Guys, men are scum. Men, they are what? Scum.
Hello, my lovely sweetheart and my dearest. Once more, you're welcome on this platform, Making It with Mavis, and I am your host, Mavis. Today, we'll be talking about another interesting topic, which is men are scum. Yes, these men are scum are slogans most often used by women that have had their hearts broken over time, and by so doing they have developed and they have come to believe that men in general are scum, thereby committing the fallacy of hasty generalization. And if care is not taken, these women can live their entire life on believing and calling men scum, douchebag, in that every man is. Many heartbreak doesn't mean that out there are not good men. Now the thing about such women is that they can live with this slogan in their head forever, and they might end up passing it to their daughters, and their daughters might pass them to their own daughters, and they're just going to create a trend that hate men for no just cause. I want to ask this suitable question. I want to believe somehow, somewhere, your grandfather is still married to your grandmother. Does that make your grandfather a scum? Your mother is still stuck to your daddy. Does that make your daddy douchebag? Your friends abuse the posting premarital wedding pictures every year and then. What do you think is happening? The one I just get to realize that over time we tend to keep so much hate in, and we just stop seeing the beauty of life, the beauty in life, the beauty in us, and trying all possibility to avoid being in relationships that will hurt you and cause you to be bitter and blind you from seeing the beauty in the male gender. Why is it that why are we allowing these things to happen? There are means that we can stop all this hurt from happening, and so I'm just going to give you tips in which you might want to use to escape being heartbroken. One, don't take it personal. Some women are bitter because they take everything about dating, about their relationship personal, or because you have gone from John to Peter to Brian to Elion or whosoever, and it's not working, does not mean that something is wrong with you. Most often we tend to think that something is wrong with us. Maybe somebody from, especially where I come from, Cameroon and Africa as a large, we believe so much in superstition. Somebody is, maybe I've been cursed. Somebody from this and that area spoke something over my life. That is why I can't keep this person. That is why everything keeps. Don't even get to learn the lesson. So because you don't learn the lesson, you keep on repeating the whole cycle. And one thing about life is that life will keep on sending you the same history, the same people in your life, the same men. The only difference will be the change in their name, in their appearance, nationality, in their collection. But they're gonna have the same way in which they treat you. I beg of you, why do we get our heart broken most often in relationship? We fail to set them what you don't like. I don't like somebody that does this and that. I don't like somebody that is not consistent. Tell them they will not know they are not man, they are not some gods you're dating. Probably they might have come from a relationship where their ex-partner with any rules and regulations. They were just relaxed. When it was time for them to meet, they met. And so they did not put any effort in the relationship. You get it? So when you come into any relationship, set the pace. Now this is who I am. This is how I behave when I get angry. When you neglect me, I feel bad. I don't want you to do this to me. I don't want you to hurt me. Sorry, my second point will be ask the important question. Now, asking the important question does not necessarily guarantee that you are moving towards a very successful relationship, but at least it gives you a pattern in which the relationship can move on. How do you behave when you get angry? What is loyalty to you? If we were in a long distance relationship, can you hold tight to the promise we've made over text and video calls? How do you behave when it comes to your finance? Are you someone that spends carelessly, or you are very careful, or saving is something important to you? Now, how do I know that you are serious? Do you see us in 3 or 4 months time to come? Am I the spec of what you are looking in a wife? Ask those questions. Now, yes, this person, I might give them 3 months to see if we can work. I'm going to give them 2 months. I'm going to give them, it depends on how they answer those questions. Then you will know the boxes that you put them, you are put your boxes that you're going to put them. So you don't get to waste time on people that's not worth wasting time on. Now we're going to go to our third point. Third point will be, he didn't see a wife in you. And somebody be like, oh my God, does it mean that I'm just this worthless thing? See a wife in me. I was washing his clothes, ironing his dresses. I was doing this and that. Those things does not make you a wife. Now, it might make you a wife to a man that sees you through that spectrum. And that does not mean that you are not wife material. It means that that man is not the spec of the husband that is going to find that wifiness in you. You get it? Maybe another man's perspective of a wife is intelligent, a career-driven person, an open-minded person, and you are busy washing dresses. You can cook. You can do everything possible, but you cannot generate income. You cannot bring forth ideas. I'm not saying that you are limitless, but you don't just fit in what this man look at as a wife. And you don't need to take it personal. No, it's not personal. He doesn't look at cooking, cleaning to be a wife-like material. Probably if he has his money and the wife is a career-focused woman, career-driven woman, they can hire a maid who does all those other household chores. And they'll still have a perfect blended family. No matter how good you are, if that man looks at you and can't see his idea of a wife, there is nothing that you can do that the man will want to wife you. Now, in some cases, they might wife you. That is when option A failed. And what a terrible, terrible, terrible thing you can do to yourself by allowing yourself to become the plan B. So much that when he turns around and sees his plan A, let him go. Wait for your own plan A husband to locate you, so that all this cycle of bitterness and all this cycle of negativity on men should stop. To accept what he doesn't want because we are so emotional. I did this. You were doing all those things because you expected him to stick around.
Away. I don't fuck up.
He didn't ask it probably. He did not ask that lesson. And let's move to the next point. The next point is that most often we don't learn the lesson. You can see hurtful motivational speakers everywhere. Men are scum. You will hear all types of bitter words, of horrible messages released to exes. Because we are not learning the lesson. What are the lessons that you ought to learn. What happened? Why did I not catch these signs? Was it because I was begging this person to choose me? Was I begging them to choose me that so much when those red flags were flaunted to me, I kind of like pushed it aside and decided to deal with the person that I had created in my headspace. At times we are in a relationship and we are being hurt. We don't leave. We don't want to leave because in our mind we have created an image of God, I beg your pardon, about that person. Oh, he is so wonderful. I just know that one day, he's going to change. He will become this angel. He's going to just love me. So no matter what this person is doing, you are not picking out the red flags. You are busy trying to prove a point. And I'm going to tell you a short story. In our society, in our modern society, there are two types of marriages. One is that one which the man gets to choose you. Let me tell you about the beauty when a man chooses you. You don't need to prove a point. You don't need to kill yourself because he has already given you a position where you sit and you sit comfortably and you need not to fight with anybody. You know what? And in such a relationship, the woman has her power. A woman, and there in such relationship, a woman strives and she becomes the best version of herself. She's not overhead running, trying to do things to please a man. She knows that she is the queen and she has been chosen by the king. And in such a relationship, there is genuine happiness. They both love each other and they are both enjoying the relationship. The second type of relationship is the one where you so much force yourself and you force yourself until they kind of like crown you a wife. If you see such a relationship, cut me wrong if I'm lying. Those are the relationships where the wife is busy working day and night trying to please the husband. Like she is working day and night trying to like prove a point, because at the very beginning of their relationship she was never chosen. She got to force herself. She was the one that would unnecessarily visit mother-in-laws, buy things for sister-in-laws. I'm not saying that it's bad to do all those things, but you just know when somebody is forcing those things. When they are forcing it, they like go over the board to be appreciated. They want their presence to be felt everywhere because somehow they're trying to buy that man. Now, such relationship, if you have seen a pattern of that, the woman is the one probably working. She has to treat the husband like a god, and she is never given any honorable position. She literally has to beg, run behind a man to be heard, understood. So after we've come to the end of this video. Now I want to talk on this last point. Do you want to be a woman that forces herself into a man's life, or you want to be a queen that sits on her throne comfortably and allow the king to come look for her? Now the choice is yours, but you get to realize that the decision that you make today will affect your future. And so you should not make any crazy decision based on your emotions. See, because a time will come in a relationship when love won't mean a thing, when all those butterflies and all those craziness will probably flew out of the windows, and then you get to see your partner for who they are, and hell get loose, because you were building a relationship based on butterflies. You were forcing things, and you could have probably just let it go. Just let it go. Now, thank you so much for watching this interesting topic, and if you've come to the end, well, thank you so much. And I want to just talk to every young lady out there, to even any elderly sister of mine, to even a mother, to an aunt. Do not remove your crown. You are a queen, and you are so deserving to put on your crown beautifully. Now, because A doesn't want you doesn't mean you are a rejected piece of bread. It just simply means, come on, shift and let me move to who is so desirable of me. Don't stay and beg where you could just sit and have the best thing that life could offer you. Thank you so much once more. It's your host, Melvis, and you are on the platform Making It with Melvis. Thanks for watching. Next time, ciao ciao. I love you. Bye bye.